welcome to the Mary Diamond video webinar. And today we are going to connect in with many people from all over the world. And I'm excited to see that all the 100 places were gone and you're all there. Some of you cannot be there live, but they will receive the audio and the video recording. So you'll be able to listen to or watch the video or listen to the audio. So I'm very excited. It's a new platform I'm using. So I hope it stays stable. I'm at this moment in Central Europe, in Slovakia. So everyone is from Slovakia. I'm very close by. And we're going to start, as always, when you are connected with me, with a little moment of visualization, a little moment of meditation. So I would love for you to really close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And as you take a deep breath in, visualize that you're in a beautiful place in nature where the sun is shining. And the sun is shining and filling your whole body from the top of your head till your feet with beautiful warm sunlight. And you're relaxing. It's time you let go a little bit of your stress of today or the stress you would have for the day to come, depending where you are right now. And as you are bringing in this warm, beautiful light, and focus to come too deep into your body, you're also healing yourself with this spiritual vitamin D. And as you are connecting in with this beautiful energy, visualize that this light is now expanding into your aura field. And it's like a meter all around you, like 3 feet around you. And it's like all the density is now clearing up. All your emotional energy that is perhaps scattered, it's perhaps heavy because of an emotional situations you've gone through. It is all releasing. Take a deep breath in and let go and relax your emotional state of being. And then just connect in with your mindset. And perhaps your mindset has been a little bit chaotic or confused or not focused, perhaps not positive. So just imagine and expand the light to go into that area of your mind and your mental body and release all the negative thoughts and limited thoughts and blockages you had in your mindset. And take a deep breath in and let go. Beautiful. And as you are focusing on that light, just feel your energy expanding. And the more you expand, the more you connect in with who you truly are. Because you're an unlimited image of the universe. You're a beautiful reflection of the Creator, of God. Just become aware of that and connect in now especially with the power of you, the power that is in you. And you can connect with the color royal blue. This is a color that reflects and is the color information for that aspect of the Creator, God, universe in you. And just visualize this royal blue energy all around you and even in you, into your heart, accepting that you are powerful, accepting you are a powerful being, a powerful human being. And as you breathe into it, breathe into that color, breathe into that field of energy, the power that you have, that you perhaps have been pushing away or not completely accepting. By breathing into it, you're allowing this power to come in you and manifest beyond what you have connected with so far. So by breathing into it, you're accepting it for 100%, your full potential. Take a deep breath in and really allow this power in you. Beautiful. And now surround yourself with the color rose. And the color rose stands for love and support. So this is the moment to connecting with all the ones that love you on the level of human energy, your family, your friends, your children, your grandchildren, your colleagues, your community. Connect now with everyone that surrounds you with love. And visualize now this rose energy of gratitude to send to them too. Be grateful to the people that love and support you. And this is also the moment to connect in with everything that is spiritually loving and supporting you. God, universe, angels, saints, masters, spirits, mentors, anyone according to your religious or philosophical beliefs, you connect with. Connect with that now. And allow this love and support to come to you and send out loving thoughts and feelings to all the ones that are spiritually supporting you. And then visualize from your feet this color violet, and it's a color of forgiveness, color of letting go of the past. And for each one of us, we need to connect with our full potential. We need to let go of all the things that didn't go that well in the past. Our negative thoughts, our negative feelings, perhaps our negative actions. Perhaps some blockages we had taken over from our family, from our culture, perhaps from other life experiences. Just visualize now this violet energy to come through our body and through our aura field in a clockwise movement, going till above your head into the universe. And take a deep breath in and really let go of everything that you're ready to let go of. Take a deep breath in and let go. Beautiful. That's amazing. Now, I want you to visualize now, you have this magical hat, and the top of your magical hat is this bright white light. It's like you have a lighthouse, and the top of your lighthouse is sparkling white light, connecting with me, and I'm connecting my light with you, and we're connecting our light with everyone listening now live, or listening to the recordings, or seeing the recording later on. So we're creating this platform of light, a platform of all people that have accepted that they are powerful human beings here to make a difference in the world. Isn't that joyous and joyful to know that we're all together right now through this virtual way? So take a deep breath in and bring your hands together. Move your hands and bring your warm hands in front of your eyes, and you can open your eyes. Beautiful. I'm just so excited. I really am, because I'm very happy to be with you. And you give me my inner power, and I'm hoping to give you your inner power, because we're actually stimulating each other by being present. One of the things that we need to do to really be in the world and to be present in the world is to accept, first of all, your inner power, who you are. Yeah. And I meet many people every year and every day even, and I see so much hesitation, so much doubt, so much fear in people. And it's because they do not accept the power that they have in themselves. And when I talk about power, I really am not talking about the arrogant power of the ego. I'm talking about the power of your soul, the power of your heart, the power of your spirit, the power of who you are in essence. That is the power I'm talking about. The power I see in your eyes if I look at you. It's the power of your light that is within you. But, some people, they are just closing this off, and they don't want to listen to that power anymore. It's easier sometimes to close it off and to spread doubt around you and to judge yourself and to say, oh, I'm not so good. Oh, I'm not this. Oh, no, this is not possible. And instead of claiming who you are, there's nothing wrong with claiming who you are. Not like somebody with a 5-minute fame. It's about you. You are so beautiful. You're so amazing. You have so many skills and talents, and I'm sure they're different than mine, and mine are different than yours, but it doesn't matter. What does matter is that you accept you. You say to yourself, I'm beautiful. I'm somebody that can make a difference, that is here to make a difference. And by starting to accept that, you're actually opening up a pathway to success. You cannot be successful, I believe, when you're not accepting you. It's very easy. And of course, we have learned not to accept ourselves because we were told what to be, or who to be, if I look back in my life, my father expected me to be this, and my mother expected me to be this, and the school expected me to be someone else, yeah, and we all have this experience, and even when we grow up and we go work, our colleagues and our boss expect us to be this one or this person, and society expects us to be a certain way. But we have to let go of all these images that are created about us, and kind of saying, thank you, this is nice, but this is not really who I am. And it took me some time, before I found out. And I found out quite early, so I'm grateful for that. But I found out because I took time to listen. I took time to question myself. Who am I? You know, what I'm here to do, and to listen to my deepest self and my heart, to really feel, who am I? You know, and this is a question that, in order to be successful, I think you need to ask yourself. And I'm telling you, the answer is not like this. I wish it were, but it's not. It takes some time, and it takes time because you need to let go of the layers. You know, what your parents expected from you, and what your partner perhaps expects from you, what your children expect from you. You need to let go of all this and go to this pure diamond that you are, you know, this beautiful diamond that is ready to shine, that is ready to really share, you know, what it really is here for to do in this world. So in order how to do this, how do you do this? You know, well, it's taking time for yourself. You know, it's taking at least every day a few minutes, and that can be a moment of prayer, a moment of meditation, a moment of walking in nature, just, you know, by sitting and looking around you. But it's not watching television. Definitely not. It's not always in the books. You'll find it. It's not, you know, out there. It's in you. Yeah. So to find your inner power, you need to take time for it. And it could be that you feel like, I want to take a week off and go in nature. Perfect. But it can be something you do every day, a little bit each time. And mornings are good. Some other people love evenings. It doesn't matter when or where it is, as long as you take time to connecting with your inner power. And you need to really put an intention. You have to set an intention and say, okay, now I'm taking time for me. Yeah, not for me, but for you, me. Yeah. So I'm taking time, and just really tell the people around you, okay, I need 5 minutes for myself now. Yeah. And just relax. And you can relax if you want with a little cup of tea or a little cookie, or if you want it, it doesn't matter the surrounding of it, but taking time to just say, I have now the intention to connect with me, because I cannot give you inner power. The only one that really can give you inner power is you. Yeah. But in order to do so, you have to create inner power time. Yeah. That makes sense, right? So what is inner power time? Well, it's time where you just take care of yourself. And what do you take care of? Well, you take care of, at this moment, to relax yourself. And so inner power time could be taking time in a beautiful bath, or walking in nature by yourself. And you know what? I've seen that taking time for this inner power, people are afraid of taking time for that, because they are somewhere afraid to connect with something in themselves they haven't connected with before. Yeah. And it's easier to listen to somebody talking to you, and it's easier to read a book, and it's easier to watch television, and it's easier to go on your iPhone or Android phone to be distracted. But each time you're distracted, you actually are taking away from the moment you can be successful. Now, I've met many successful people in my life, and I have always seen they have a routine. They have a routine to connect in with their moment of inner power. And one of the ones that the story I loved one of the most was the one of an old president of the USA. And when I heard his story, I thought, like, what an amazing moment of inner power. And it was actually Jimmy Carter. And he, every morning at 6 o'clock, he would start walking in the hallways of the White House to take time for himself when the White House was still, not so busy. he would walk around. And apparently, he had read that Jeff Kennedy, was actually doing the same thing. He was like, before everybody would come on board, and I'm sure today it's different because they have 24-hour people walking around, he just would walk around the hallways and to just, take time for himself. If the president of the United States can find time for himself, for his own thoughts and his own feelings, and as taking even 5 minutes for himself, I guess you can do the same, right? Okay, so don't come up with all the excuses. The president of the United States can make time. I'm sure you can do that too. So, but of course you need to schedule it. It's like, can be early morning. I wake up a little bit earlier than the rest of the family. And, I take my little cup of tea and I sit on, if it's beautiful weather, I sit on the terrace watching nature, kind of bringing my thoughts together, connecting with the power of nature, with the power of the universe, doing some meditation. But it can just be being there. Just be there at that moment. And by being, you actually create energy. It's really interesting. People always think, I have to do something to get energy going. No, our system, our power system, just needs you to take time and to be. To just be and relax. From that, you get energy. I know it's kind of strange, right? But it works like this. So all the successful people, they always would mention that they would wake up a little bit earlier than everyone else. Perhaps they want to take a little book. They would write some things down that come in their mind. This is the moment where success can come. This is the moment where you're opening up to creativity. Yeah, it's the moment where your soul and your spirit can get through the busyness, because there's no busyness, you're just being, and tell you some extraordinary ideas. Yeah. So anything that I have created in my life, any program, even what we're doing right now, was created because of a moment of being. A moment just sitting there and asking the universe, what can I do to be in my inner power? And how can I help others to be in their power? Yeah. And at that moment, there's these little insights or little ideas that come up. And this is the moment where successful people get their ideas. It's a moment of power time, a moment where nobody's around them. They are just with themselves in silence. Yeah. Recently, I posted on Facebook this beautiful little video of this 11-year-old astrophysical. I'm telling you right, 11 years old. And so he was actually sharing that he was, everybody thought he was highly autistic when he was a year and a half. But he said, I was just watching how light and shadow was working together. He said, I was just in the light and in the shadow, and he was just being, right? He said, I was just thinking about everything. And thank God they found out, his parents found out that, he was doing his thing and he didn't need special education. And he's now 11 and has already solved some of the most amazing problems in astrophysics. Yeah. So an amazing young man. And he was just saying, literally in his TED Talk, I'm actually just thinking. I'm not learning, I'm thinking. Yeah. But what he actually was saying was the word being. He was just being. Yeah. He was just there, listening, thinking about things, and then ideas would come up. And he was explaining that some other famous people just were suddenly, with a lot of free time, or would take time, and because they took time to listen, to be, and to listen to their being, actually, to listen to what is in themselves, and to listen to the world, they actually came up with amazing ideas that were very successful. So I know this is perhaps not what you were looking for, but I'm telling you, this is the way it is. Yeah. every successful person has power time. And so I would ask you to start implementing this. And even after this conversation we have together, I hope you take 5 minutes to take power time. Yeah, just to go outside instead of taking lunch with all your colleagues, perhaps once a week, go out and sit alone on a bench. Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, I would always meet my girlfriends just before going into school. But I always made sure I had 10 minutes alone on a bench in the park, watching the birds, watching nature, to just bring me together in my power. And, we can say our mind is our power, but more and more the neuroscientific studies have seen that the power center is actually our heart. Yeah. So we can say, okay, I'm focusing here on my mind, and my mind will have all the ideas for success. Well, it's actually said that the heart intelligence is actually where our soul connection is in our physical body. And that's where our power center is. So when your power center is not switched on, yeah, then you actually cannot be successful. So how do you switch on your power center? By just relaxing and really thinking, first of all, loving thoughts about yourself. Yeah, because it's a heart space. So if you're sitting there and you're just in your being and you're thinking, oh, I didn't do this, and tomorrow I have to do this, and I won't be good for that, and you're just putting yourself in limitation all the time, your power field is switched off. Yeah. In Star Wars, we say, may the force be with you. Well, is may the force be in you. May you be with the force. Yeah. So it's just stop all this negative thoughts and say, thank you. But now I take time for my power. I take time for my inner power. And as you're doing that, you will start seeing something. It's really interesting. As you switch it on by saying, okay, I take time for me. I switch my power energy on, switch, right? And you can say, I don't know how to switch this on. How do I do this, Marie? Well, one of the things you just can do, you can put your hand or both hands on your heart chakra, was here, yeah? And you just put it there and just breathe into that space. And as you breathe into that space, you will feel yourself relaxing. You can do that right now. So let's do that. Okay, so you can put one hand or both hands on your heart chakra, who's like really in the middle of your torso here. Yeah. And you can just close your eyes and you can take a deep breath in. And you can take a deep breath out. And feel that power place, your spiritual heart. And as you breathe it in, you breathe it out, you feel that this power is starting to spread into your body. Because by focused breathing to your heart space, you actually are switching on your inner power. That's the only thing you need to do. And as you breathe into it, you feel that this power is spreading to all your body. And even beyond your body, beyond your skin, into the environment around you. If you feel like you want to relax the energy and you want to like really yawn, you do that. It's you are now taking time to switch on the inner power that is always there. Beautiful. And as you're breathing this in and out, just accept now deeply that there's space for you to be successful. Say now in your heart, I am powerful and I have the power to be successful. The success, true success of the soul, starts from the heart. I am powerful and I have the power to be successful. Take a deep breath in and let it go. You can open your eyes. Now look around now and see perhaps what you see now. It's possible your eyes are much more wider open. You feel different. For some of you, it's still a little learning, a little step forward. But what you just did is you gave yourself permission to be successful. You know, a lot of people don't give themselves permission to have success. Yes, nobody is giving you permission. And most of the time, people are just telling the opposite. They don't want you to be successful because they're envying you. And so giving yourself permission to be successful is a key factor of success. If someone says, yeah, in this lifetime, I'm going to be successful. I decide to be successful in my life. That moment, you give yourself permission. Now, if you would say this out loud, a lot of people would say, come on, huh? With your feet on the ground. Yeah, be a little bit more humble, right? This is not about being humble. This is about making a decision. I remember 22 years ago, I know, it's already a while ago, I started doing this. It was quite interesting. I was telling my first students in Belgium, and I still see them sitting in a circle around me. And I said, you know, one day I will teach this information in America. And then, and it was really interesting, I had this vision that I would be teaching to like thousands of little TVs. Now, this was before the computer was really part of daily life. Yeah. So I saw this vision that I would be in people's houses in little screens and I would be teaching. Now that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Yeah. I'm with you on screen, on your laptop, or perhaps even on your iPad or tablet, and you're actually seeing me. Yeah. So, and I remember, you know, I just gave myself permission that one day I would be successful in America. And I remember my students saying, Marie, you know, you're from Belgium. You know, I understand you're very beautiful and powerful and we love you, but we ask you to ground yourself, to be with your feet on the ground. And I said, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm grounding myself in my success. I'm accepting, because grounding is acceptance. I'm accepting my success. I'm accepting that I will be reaching all these people. And it's not because of ego, but because I want to make a difference. Yeah. So if you want to make a difference, you need to make sure that you are connecting with this. Yeah. So this is the first step that I would suggest for you. Okay. Now, I'm going to share a little bit about not just it's inside of you. Yeah. The inside, the inner world is one thing. Now, to create power, the Feng Shui masters have seen that there are certain aspects you need to also do in your environment to create more power. And the first thing is there's a color for it. And the color is royal blue. Yeah. And this warm color, warm royal blue, is actually a color that was worn by the kings and the queens to express their inner power. And so you can actually activate your inner power, not just for you, but also for your children and your grandchildren, everyone that comes in your home, by placing a royal blue item or something in royal blue in the north area of your living room, or the north area of your bedroom, or the north area of your office or workspace. But placing there something in royal blue, it doesn't have to be big. It just, I would say, something at least that is as big as like a hand. Yeah, like a hand. Okay. As you place that there, subconsciously, your energy is actually going to open up, and not just you, but everyone coming in that room will connect in the vibration of power. So it's like you're telling to everyone, you're welcome to be powerful. You're welcome to connecting with your inner power. So that's a very important piece. The second piece is that based on your birthday, everyone has what we call a success direction. So you can actually find that out on the Mary Diamond app that you can purchase for Android and for iPhone. The Mary Diamond, just look for Mary Diamond. And you can put in there your energy number information, and then it will show you where is your success direction. So my success direction is southwest. So I'm going to quickly look at my app. Yeah. And so when you will go to your app, yeah, I don't know if you can see it, probably better. So you will see actually a compass coming. Yeah. And on that compass, you will actually see the color royal blue. Yeah. This is in your environment, the area where your success energy is, where the power is for you. And so you just will hold actually your compass on your hand. And after you have found your energy number, it will indicate in your room, every room you are in, where is success for you. Now, this is very important. Whatever is in that area is actually going to activate your inner power and is going to activate your success. So in that direction, so for example, for me, it's in the southwest area. It is good to place also something in royal blue. But it's also important to look at what is there. Because what is there in that area is actually stimulating your power, is stimulating your success. So let's say you would have there an image. I remember from one person, she had this image of this little boy, really like, totally cramped up. It's a beautiful painting, but it was like really cramped up, like sad, like, oh, I'm so lonely. So this is not a great image of power, right? It's just the opposite. It's an image of saying, I'm in fear, I don't belong, I doubt myself that I can be successful one day. So what kind of image could you place there? Well, it could be an image of you with your hands open, or someone else that is, in power. Can be books of successful people that have already shown they are powerful in their field of professional, or they're powerful as human beings. You can place there an image or a statue of somebody that has found their inner power. And if you have found it, wonderful. But then take a picture of you, not a picture of just sad, but a picture of you smiling and your heart is open and you're just radiating out into the world. So if you cannot do it because you feel like not ready for that, find an image of somebody that is like, yes, I believe in myself. Yeah. So believing in your inner power is something you do within you, but we need to stimulate ourselves around us. That's what I like about the inner work and the outer work. Because sometimes we are not able to stimulate ourselves enough. Yeah. But if you are activating your success direction, you actually are reminding yourself 24 hours a day that you are powerful and that you can be successful. So, you can actually even write there in your success direction, yes, I am successful. That's all it needs. I am success. And if you do it in royal blue pen or marker. Yeah. So all these things are just stimulating the energy, both inside of you, taking inner power time, really connecting with that heart space. And at the same time is to reconnect with your environment and to make sure your environment is telling the same story as what you want inside of you. Now, most of you already have connected in with my website, but you can actually sign up again and receive the transformation kit, where in there's the Tubes of Light meditation, who's actually also on the app, so you can listen on it to the app. And in the app, there's also daily messages to stimulate your inner power and your success. And every 5 or 6 days, you're receiving a message how to do some Feng Shui. So the app is actually a Feng Shui course in it. So you can start improving your success by just following the steps on the app. But what I definitely would suggest you do is go to the website, sign up again, and you get the Tubes of Light meditation for free by doing every day the meditation and visualizing this color royal blue. Something starts just shifting in yourself. And I was just, brought by a wonderful student of mine who's like a year now a student, and he was bringing me to my hotel. And I was just, he was radiant, and he was just sharing that, a year and a half ago, he had, no contact with his children anymore. And he started doing this meditation, and he started, doing exactly the little tips that I shared with you. And so now, 2 weeks ago, he met again his children. His children totally opened up again towards him. And he said, so many wonderful things started happening because I started believing in myself by following your techniques. And he said, my business went better, my life has been amazing. I just was missing, the connection with my children. And even that opened up. He said, my life is so beautiful now. And it's because he gave himself permission to be powerful, And the Tubes of Light meditation is actually something that you can do daily. If you want, you can do it in your power time, yeah? And as you're doing this moment, you're actually saying, I claim my power. And I say to the universe, I'm ready for it. I accept. So even if you do not know how to exactly do it, the Tubes of Light will help you to do this. So you can download it, and you can listen to it on your iPhone or smartphone every day through the app. So, make it yourself easy. And I would like now to take some questions. So I see people have been starting to chat, so that's lovely. So let me see. So first question was from Diana. Where is the best place to learn Feng Shui? Well, or what is the best way to start if you want to learn it? Well, you can actually start with the app. Yeah. So this is the first step I would suggest. Also, when you go to the website, you will have received a diamond ebook with 12 steps. And then we have also a wonderful Diamond Feng Shui home study course that with CDs and DVDs and beautiful manuals I created called Diamond Feng Shui. And it's an amazing, beautiful thing. And so I would say, you just can right there have all the information. So if you don't find it, send an email to office@mariediamond.com. We will gladly give you the link where to find it. Another question. Or just what was shared. Marie, I love putting the hands over the heart and breathing, but it brought up tremendous fear that the journey to success would overwhelm me and I'll have no personal time or fun. Oh, well, the thing is, I understand your fear, because it's the fear of, let's say, your parents perhaps, or your grandparents or your ancestors that said, having fun is hard work. Being successful is hard work. And actually, being successful is fun. It's your time. It's because you're in your passion, in your flow. There is joy when you are successful. And the journey to success is not hard work. But it's hard work if you do it with your mind. It is. But if you do it with your heart, you will start seeing it sparkling. It's fabulous. It's fun. So what is going on right now is, I think you're still connecting in with your old fears that are not your fears. They're the fears of your ancestors, perhaps the fears of your culture. So take time and connect with your heart, just this simple breathing. And what you can do is say, I let go of these old beliefs. Yeah, I let go of these limited beliefs that my parents have given me, or my ancestors have given me, or perhaps my community has given me. And by letting go, you will open space for something new. Try it. Yeah. So I'm just going through the little chat. So thank you, Marie. So let me just go. There are many questions, so I'm trying to go through it. Somebody was at a beautiful convention I had in Las Vegas. I was there with my wife and took your advice, and within 2 weeks, more money came in than the previous 3 months combined. Oh, I'm so happy for you, and continue the good work. Yeah. Okay, a question here. Hello, Marie. We have a home office with 2 bathrooms on each side and a laundry room in the back. The doors to these rooms are always closed. Do you have any good advice for this home office? Well, Victoria, the first thing you did already is great, is you closed the rooms. Now, what I would do, because you still subconsciously know that it's a laundry room and you know there's 2 bathrooms. So why don't you put on the door on the side of your office beautiful images, depending where they are. If they're, for example, let's say they're one of your 4 best directions based on your energy number, and let's say there's the success area there, you can put an image that represents success for you. Or if it's a health area there, based on your personal direction, you can put beautiful flowers there or beautiful landscape. So it's like you subconsciously know this is not the door, it's beautiful energy. So I would suggest that, okay? So then somebody said, I love the Tubes of Light meditation. I listen to it every morning and sometimes also before sleeping to clear my field. That is wonderful you do that, because even in the morning when we connect with our power, we do it for our daytime. But claiming our power and connecting with our spirit and our heart is actually great before you go to sleep, because during the sleep we have a lot of insights that can come through dreams or when we wake up in the morning, because our sleep is also a power time. We don't always see it like this, but it's power time for our body, but it's also power time for our mind, because our mind is actually on relax, because it doesn't have all these impressions from during the day, all these things that come to us, the conversations, the telephone, the computer. So at night, it's power time for our mind. So when we prepare ourselves for opening up to that field through buying a meditation, it's really perfect. So I'm very happy you found that out. Yeah. Wonderful. Some people are starting to do the app. So somebody said, I don't know my success direction. Is there any other way? Well, there is. Of course, you can actually, if you don't have the app, you can send an email to office@mariediamond.com. So office@mariediamond.com. And you need to send us your gender, male or female, and your full birthday. Yeah. And that's day, month, and year. Okay. And then somebody will respond to you in the next few days with what is your success direction. Okay? or we'll send you a little ebook your way. So wonderful that you're asking so many questions. Okay, hi Marie. Even when I'm alone and it's quiet, I find it hard to get out of my mind. I know, it's not an easy thing. So because your mind is so busy, yeah, it's like all the time, yes. So you will see when you start doing, for example, tubes of light, that people have seen it's easier to quieten the mind. Because you focus on the light and you focus on the colors, you will see energy will calm down. So there's a very good meditation for that. But sometimes it's good to focus on something beautiful, like it can be a candle that you lit and you look at the candle, and because you focus on something calm and peaceful, the mind will become quiet and peaceful. Or you look at a bouquet of flowers, or you look at nature. So have a focused attention to something outside of you that is beautiful, but is calm and peaceful. And I'm not saying it's going to happen like this in one day, but you will start seeing, your mind will start accepting, and tell your mind also, now it's time for my heart. Now it's time for something else. It's like you have to switch off that little child with your mind that is all the time like, mama, 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 I have a question, I want to do this, I want to do this. So you have to somehow train your little child saying, well, mommy needs a little bit of time for herself. Okay. Okay, so another question. How can I keep the energy focus, and will anytime, even when I already feel successful and there's no big drama around? So this is somebody that has seen miracles happening in his life, but at this moment, apparently, things are not going the right direction. Yeah, and so there's some physical problems to stay in shape. And okay, what can you do at that moment? Well, there is ups and downs in life. Life is ever changing, right? And so when something is not going that great, yeah, I would say do not start complaining about it. Do not start judging about it. Just say, okay, this is going the wrong direction. Why is that? I've done all the right things, yeah? And still this is going on in my life. Well, I would just say, just look at yourself, say, I'm grateful for all the good things that are happening in myself. And I know that perhaps I need to go to a deeper level in myself. I have to know something different. Open yourself to know perhaps a new technique, a new information, new wisdom to tackle that problem. Because if you start judging and complaining and being negative about your problem, you actually are closing yourself off to the solution. Yeah, solutions can only come when you open up your field for solutions. And that is by saying, I am connecting with my power. I'm connecting with my success. I will be successful in, losing the weight. I will be successful in creating more finances. I will be successful at that. I am successful at that. So say it in the present tense now. And by doing that, you're actually, something shifts in your vibration, and you actually are going to attract and being a magnet for solutions. But if you're saying, oh, this is going on and this is going on, you're actually closing off, and the magnet loses its power, and then solutions cannot come. So I would suggest that this is what you need to start changing. I think you started, when I tuned into you, you started really, blaming yourself too much, that, some things went wrong. So stop the blame, stop the fear, and say, look, okay, this is what it is. I learned something, and I, need perhaps to learn something more. And perhaps it's a time for a new technique or a new way to do things. So losing weight at 20 is losing weight at 40 is sometimes completely different. You have a different body, you have a different lifestyle. So don't go into panic or I would say judgment about yourself. Just open yourself up for new solutions, and I'm sure you will find them. Yeah. So let me see. Next question. Thank you for all these wonderful questions. I hope I can answer a few of them still. Can you provide tips to get over heavy density from traumatic events in the past and failed relationships? Okay. Well, one of the things that is very important is to get over the heaviness you feel in your heart, because that's where the heaviness is to start a process of forgiving. And I know it's not always easy. And that's why when we do the tubes of light, we work with the color violet. And by working with the color violet, we actually are cleansing ourselves from all traumatic experiences without that we have to name them. Because when we name a trauma, when we name a failed relationship, it's like our subconscious comes back with all the pain and all the memories. So when we do the violet and we release gently with the violet light, we're actually giving ourselves permission to release and to go into the process of forgiving, but without pinpointing what it is. Because when we pinpoint, oh, it's about this and it's about this, it's like all this deep pain comes up and all the memories and the visuals come back. And this is not what we're going for. We're just releasing gently. And, I was just telling the story of this man, seeing his kids back. I know it's because of releasing every day that the magic started happening. So this is one of the things I would suggest for you. Do the tubes of light. And as you're doing the violet, say to yourself, I am opening myself up to forgiving. Not that you have to forgive right away, but to open up yourself to this process of forgiving. And it's not just forgiving others, it's forgiving yourself. It's because, perhaps you said, I made this decision, because of this decision, this happened. And if the first step you can already do is forgive yourself for the chain of reactions, the chain of events that happened because of some decisions you made or you did not make. I think that's very important. And I would just say to you, put your hands on your heart, Maria, and just, give yourself permission to love yourself. And I'm going to tell you, even if you have a hard time to love yourself, I love you. And I mean that. I'm just want to say I'm holding you right now in my heart space, and I'm blessing you, and I know you will come over this pain that is in your heart. Okay. So perhaps the last question for today. It's a long question, so I will read it. Marie, in the past, you recommended to look at the world from a high vantage point that would generate abundance. At the same time, I was working in an office on the top floor of a high building and was doing daily meditation looking out of the window. They benefited me so much. My salary increased and abundant opportunities flooded in my life. Wonderful. But that job was a temporary contract. And since then, I have not been able to work in another high building and to recover those levels of abundance. Please give me another tip how to recover that magnetic field of abundance. Well, you don't have to live and to be in a high building, but what I would suggest, it's all about your body is a building too. Yeah. So by connecting, like what we did in the beginning, with this point above our head, what we call the quantum point. In that top of that quantum point, it's like being on top of a building, your body. Yeah. By connecting with that field an arm length above your head and connecting with that light there, you actually are on the top floor of your energy field, of your aura field. So you can do that. Another thing you can do is try to go to places in your neighborhood, whether perhaps top of a hill, top of a mountain. Perhaps you can go to top of a hotel or top there are always places where there's a top floor, right? Even by visiting it once a week, take the elevators, go up to that place, and to kind of overlook the city, you will start seeing the energy start shifting. Yeah, but start with yourself. Yeah, I would definitely suggest that. So does it get easier to live a big life with a purpose like yourself? How has it been for you? Thank you for this question. Having a big life with a purpose, it's where it's about. Yeah, having a purpose is your first thing. And a lot of people say, I don't know how to get a purpose. And I hope to get into that in a special, I would say, especially in another TV show that we're going to do. Finding your purpose is so a beautiful thing. But, for me, a big life is not about a big financial life or a big celebrity life. Big life for me is the impact I'm making, the big impact. And so if you already changed one person's life in the world, your life is already succeeded and is already beautiful. And I'm sure you have already made one person's life difference. But if you can, start thinking like, I want to make one person's life different in a positive sense every day, by a smile, by saying something positive, by encouraging them, by empowering them, by passing perhaps on something beautiful, or perhaps passing on the fact that they can listen to the TV show, So just passing something on that is empowering and encouraging to someone, you make a difference. That's the big life that I'm talking about. Okay, and by doing it every day, your impact in the world, your difference will be so big, and that's what true success is about. True success is about finding you, and true success is about helping others to encourage to live a beautiful life and to be happy. I think that is what, for me, is my greatest passion every day of my life. Since I started, really making that as a decision, that I was here to transform more than 500 million people in the world. I was 15 when I made that decision. And because of that, energy starts growing. So, this is one of the things I would definitely suggest. So thank you for being on this TV show. Every month, the first of every month, we are going to do this TV show. And so we also having in June, in the coming months, yes, we're having a video workshop where they're doing the same thing. I really love this. Where we're going to really talk about setting your goals, doing the vision board, visualizing your success. So you can go to the website and sign up for that if you think this is your next step. But I would love to see you back on the 1st of July. And we're going to talk about, again, how to empower yourself even more, how to help others to empower. So I'm looking forward for that. And have a wonderful day. And you can actually say goodbye to everyone in the chat. And thank you, all of you, and have a wonderful day.